How you dress is how you're treated. Simple as that. Yesterday, I was in a pub. Bloody pubs at Christmas. And some guy walked in looking pretty scruffy. Tracksuit bottoms, scruffy top, just not really looking sharp. Hair wasn't really done nicely. Just in general, just wasn't looking very sharp. You can tell a man from a distance. And you're like, oh, this guy looks a little bit scruffy. He's not dressed very nicely. There's a universal way of dressing. Most men know whether you're dressed well or dressed like shit. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to work this out. And it's interesting because after I saw the way he was dressed, I then walked past his table as I was leaving, and he was playing World of Warcraft in the pub with a pint of beer. And I probably could be able to tell that from a mile away, judging by just purely how he was dressed walking into the pub. As opposed to me and my friend who walked in. Now, my friend's an investment banker about 15 years. Very well-to-do guy, dresses well, works super hard, earns lots of good money, has 2 kids, sends them to private school, has done an Ironman last year. We're talking like this guy has his life together. Great job, great body, great family. Come on, what more can you ask for, And he was dressed pretty sharply, and I also dressed well because I knew that if I walked in dressed like a tramp, that my friend was going to judge me. He was going to be like, well, all right, well, I'm dressed all nicely, and why is my friend dressed like a, why is he dressed down? And now a lot of people in modern society would say, oh, well, you shouldn't judge people, What do you mean you shouldn't judge people? Everyone judges. You shouldn't judge people is the biggest pile of shit I've ever heard. Everyone judges you from the moment you walk into a room till whatever you put on social media, pictures, videos, it's all judgment. That's just how we live. Understanding human nature is better than trying to battle it or battle against it. Because that's an uphill struggle, and you don't want that. So ultimately, I dressed up well because I wanted to dress up to also impress my friend, to be like, I haven't seen him in years. He does well for himself. I do well for myself. I wanted to be dressed just as well as he was as I walked into that room. So what will happen is if you start hanging around with people who dress like shit, you'll think it's absolutely acceptable to also dress like shit. When the truth is, it isn't. Too many young people in today's day and age dress poorly. Poor dress sense, don't take care of themselves, which is, and you deserve to be judged. I'm sorry, but you deserve to be judged when you walk into that room. Now, if you walk in, like today, for example, I'm going to meet some friends for lunch, then I'm going to a posh casino in London, in central London with my parents. So I thought, right, I better dress nicely. I better wear a nice jacket, get the pocket square in here, put a shirt on, put a nice scarf on, put my nice watch on, make sure my shoes are clean, make sure my teeth are white, make sure my hair's not looking scruffy. I thought these things would be obvious to people, but it turns out it's not. Now, why would I want to dress like this when I'm going out? Well, there's so many different reasons. What if I want to attract a beautiful woman? What if I want to gain respect from people? How you dress is how you're treated. You dress well, people will treat you well wherever you go. You dress well, women will look at you. Yesterday I wore a nice tight Roberto Cavalli t-shirt which fit my body well, and I walked into this pub. I'd made sure my hair looked good, I made sure I smelled good. I walked into the pub and girls were looking at me, probably thinking, who's this guy? Why would you not want that? Oh, you just want to be an attention seeker. No. I want to be a G. I want to be a man who dresses well. I want attention from the right people. I want to be treated with respect. And so should you, my friend. You should be dressing well. It doesn't cost money to dress well, by the way. There are lots of cheap ways that you could dress well in today's day and age. You could, there's so many different shops like Suit Supply, TK Maxx, wherever you want to go. And you can find yourself good items for cheap prices. A nice suit for a couple of $100s. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on a nice suit. If you don't have the money, start small. At least wear something nice. Wear a watch that looks nice. There's a way that you can actually combine style at an affordable price in today's day and age, because all these things exist. Because they're available. The market's just much wider. So don't tell me, oh, it's expensive. Just because you got money, you can dress well. Lies. That's not true at all. You can dress beautifully if you're in the right shape and you walk in with confidence with your head held high. Trust me, people are going to treat you completely differently. They're going to treat you with respect. They're going to treat you with, they're going to be like, they're going to want to do things for you. They're going to want to come to your table and serve you because you're attractive. People want to be around attractive people. Girls want to be around attractive men. They'll start hovering over to you and being closer to your table, and you'll see groups of girls that will walk in and be like, oh, Let's just sit here next to this attractive dude. They don't want to sit next to a bunch of scruffy guys wearing rubbish clothes, stinking. That's just the way it is. So people be like, oh, you shouldn't judge. Well, people do judge. So I'm going to judge and they're going to judge. And there's no reason why you shouldn't dress well. And there's no reason why you shouldn't walk into a room and feel good, my friends, because life is short and you've only got a limited time to make an impression on the world. So why would you not dress your best, look your best, and feel your best?